So we're here at Grace Hills Broadway Head Start Center with Mr. D, Dakota Potty. Mr. D, why don't you tell us a little bit about how long you've been teaching at Grace Hill and what you like about it?
So this is my 6th year at Grace Hill, and this is my 7th year teaching overall. My favorite part about teaching here is I feel we do a good job as a program of uplifting the whole child, which looks at both their academic, their pre-academic skills, as well as the social emotional piece. I feel that I and all the teachers here do a good job of teaching children on how to interact with each other, solve problems, and talk through those strong emotions like sadness or anger.
Okay. Now you mentioned earlier that this was the first year you were trying a STEM classroom initiative. Can you tell our audience a little bit about what that means?
So we focus a lot on STEM, which, for those of you that don't know what that is, that's science, technology, engineering, and math. And so even though we still look at, again, all those pre-academic skills like writing their name and stuff like that, it's a lot more focused on building with materials or solving problems using the materials in the classroom. And some of the stuff that I've already noticed just in the first 3 months of doing that is that their advanced vocabulary is advancing a lot quicker than it normally would, because that type of stuff is already integrated into the curriculum. Some examples that I've noticed, the children have picked up how to use measurement tools and understand what measurement means a lot faster than in years past. We've also learned about transportation, what an architect is, and they've been able to relate the STEM books that we read in the classroom to their own experiences in the classroom. Like whenever they build a building, they're like just like the architect that we learned about in the book we had read throughout the week. So the kids are able to connect a lot better while also advancing their vocabulary at a much quicker rate than what I was normally used to in years past.
What are some of the difficulties or successes that you've had this year that you'd like to share?
Like I said, the main thing that I'm really proud of and proud of my students for is their vocabulary is advancing at a faster rate than normal. And I also think that my class works well together, and like they learn well together. Before the STEM classroom, we usually had a couple of kids that they relied heavily on one-on-one or maybe like a partner, but I'm noticing a lot more like interactive group play, which of course is critical for the next steps after this, because that's a big part of the curriculum in kindergarten and so forth. So I think them learning how to work together in a group here is only going to set them up for success later.
And whose idea was it to have a STEM classroom this year?
Erin Weeks. She's a big reason that we're able to do this, and I thank her so much for that, because without her this wouldn't be possible. She did used to be our education coordinator, and she's stepped up and does so many other things now. But the one thing that I know I can say for sure is that she's the one person that I know that is always thinking about me and all the other teachers here at the Head Start program. Most of her decisions revolve around what's going to help us be successful in the classroom and impact the children the best to be ready for the community.
And do you think that the STEM program has been a success and it's going to grow from here, or?
I think it's very successful. Before we started the program, Miss Erin shared with me that this is kind of a test, and if it's successful, that she was going to try and branch it out into more centers in our organization. And I think that at the end of the year, whenever we look at the data, it will show that it is a success, because I'm already noticing most of my class already meeting or near meeting those goals of language and literacy just within these first few months, and we've still got 6 months to go. So I think if we were able to branch this program out into more of the centers, we would see even more progress.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Mr. D.
Thank you.